Don't go away. Friday night videos. We'll be right back. Ozzy, I'm not going to ask you to undress all of you, but I have to see. What's that?
Well, it's my ex-wife.
Let's see. That's one ex-wife. All right, and there's
one mother-in-law.
One mother-in-law. Gosh, she looks ferocious. and what is? And they told me that there's something.
Yeah, I got one there and one there.
Oh, that's cute. That smiles. How old were you when?
Very young. I was about 14 when I did those.
And actually, it grows with you.
Well, this is quite recent. This was about 3 or 4 years ago.
Does it hurt?
Very much.
But not now.
Not now.
Only when it's been done.
Yeah.
All right. Would you let your children tattoo their body?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I mean, the thing what I did, I had one, then it didn't match up the other arm, so I had another one. You never stop because you're always trying to balance your body.
Further down. I don't ask personal questions.
No.
But further down, is there also a tattoo?
Yeah, you want to see?
No.
The Charlie.
Next week on Friday Night Videos, Ted Danson from Cheers meets the resident funny man from St. Elsewhere, Howie Mandel, for an evening of non-stop madness.
This is great, man.
This is my job.
Howie, thank you. Really?
This is great, isn't it?
My daughters thank you too, man. This is great.
Are you getting it? You're not getting it. Here, you gotta hold that tight. Go, keep blowing. Keep blowing. Keep blowing. All right. Keep your eyes closed.
Howie,
if it breaks, they'll knock your eyeballs out. That's enough, Ted. That's enough.
Okay, let's
now
keep
what
going.
you do, if somebody can rub this on their hair, we could stick you up on the ceiling.
That's next week, Ted Danson and Howie Mandel, exclusively on Friday Night Videos.
When we come back, we are going to talk about sex
and rock and roll.
Don't go away. What we say about musicians like you is that this rock music would encourage people to engage in more promiscuous behavior. Let me hear what you think.
Well, what did they do before rock music?
Exactly. You know, they're also engaged in...
Yeah, it's always been... sex is a part of life. So is rock and roll, I suppose. So is entertainment. I mean, everyone tries to put a badge on rock and roll. It's just a form of entertainment. Like, people have always wanted entertainment since time began, and people have always wanted sex. So the two, I suppose, go together.
And I think that if the message is given with good fun, then nobody can walk away and say, now they say that all of us should engage in group sex or whatever.
I mean, I'm personally, I can't really even think about group sex now, because I mean, people think that rock and roll is just you get on the buzz, you have wild orgies, and you just, you know, it's just night after night. Listen, I wouldn't last 3 minutes on the road, and I own 3 months or 6 months or whatever. It's like, how many times a week can you go to a party and enjoy yourself? A party becomes not a party after a week of every night. Oh, no, another night on the town, you know. So
they really are thinking that you lead a much wilder life than you really are.
It's like at one time when I first started, you know, when I first started playing rock music, and I encountered this big country America, and it was like availability was there, and we all did the groupie scene and whatever. But pretty shortly, you know, not too long goes on before you say to yourself, what am I, a man or an object or a number on someone's board? Oh, I've slept with him, now I'm going to sleep with him next time he comes into town.
So you really want a relationship?
I mean, it's like, you might as well have sex with a blow-up doll, you know.
That's what you have to say in your next song.
He's one of the funniest guys around at the moment. It's Falco with Vienna Calling. Don't go away. Friday Night Videos will be right back. Any other rock stars besides myself?
Yes, but I tell you something, none of them had beautiful eyes like you. And I tell you something else, Ozzy, that even if they would tell me about their sexual problems, for example, would I ever say that to you? Never. Would I ever say...
No, it's what you call medical courtesy.
Ethics. Of course, it's absolute private, privileged information. But we can talk a little bit about sex. Do you think, Ozzy, When these people watch you play and they hop up and down and they get very ecstatic, do you think, this is not a personal question, this is a good question for all of you, do you think it's maybe like having an orgasm?
I don't know. Well, I know from my own personal, when I perform on stage, it gets very sexual. It's like a sexual trip as well. It's like, when my guitar player, the girls throw bras on stage and all this, and so it's kind of fun.
Then you smile a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's fun if it's in good fun, right?
Yeah.
We work so hard. Don't go away. Friday Night Videos. We'll be right back. Stuff. Is it over with? Should the audience, should everybody know?
A lot of it is overrated. A lot of it is sensationalized by the press. I mean, there was that one incident about that was happened 5 years ago, which was a total accident. I must be crazy. I must be really crazy if they think I go looking for animals to kill on stage, which doesn't really happen. It's like
it happened, and then they made a big
thing. I mean, it's like rolling a snowball down the side of a mountain. Next you got an avalanche. And it was kind of interesting to see what the press were actually writing about me, you know. It's like Ozzy wouldn't perform last night until he saw the legs off a Doberman Pinscher, which is absolutely absurd. And I honestly think the people that make these things up are far crazier than they ever try and make me out to be. To even think these bizarre things.
Or they know that this way can sell a lot of newspapers.
Sure, yeah, you're right.
Basically, the way I meet you, you basically, you do want to make music, you want to do some good, you want to entertain.
Yeah.
And now you're going to make a movie.
Yeah.
So you are an entertainer, like everybody else.
Sure, but it's like, I once did a telephone thing on a radio station, and this young boy got on the phone. I said, "You're coming to the concert tonight?" He says, "No, my mother won't let me." I said, "Well, can I have a word with your mother?" He says, "Yeah." So he stuck his mother on the line, and I said, "Well, why don't you let your kid come to the concert?" And she said, "Because I've read about you and I don't like you. I will not let my child have it." I said, "Have you ever seen a concert?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, I'll send the car around to pick you up." She said, "I don't want anything to do with you, but the phone down." It's like people believe so much what they read and they take it in. You know, it's like, as you said, people have to sell newspapers, and it's like, I bought the National Enquirer for the first time and the last of the week, and it's like, so much rubbish in these papers, you know.
Well, the set's nearly over. Shall we settle up now?
And here is Mike and the Mechanics. All I need is a miracle.
You can pay the lads.
That's an easy way to make a living.
When we come back, we'll talk about groupies.
No, don't go away. It's going to be fun.
Ozzy, can I please ask you one question?
Feel free.
Even if it's about sex?
Anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Okay, Ozzy, it's not going to be about sex. I tell you what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about those groupies.
Oh, no.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night and you think that they're all around you and that they are tearing at you and maybe sleeping with you or who knows what?
To be honest with you, they're always there. It's a part of the job, you know. Rock and roll and groupies go together, you know. It's kind of interesting to see the way they work their way in, you know. Like, for instance, the other night we played at Philadelphia, and this one girl had a forged backstage pass, and she was determined to get backstage. Little did she know that all the band had left. And she was in there, empty hall, nobody was there, you know.
Oh, the poor girl. Are there also some guys who are groupies? It's not just women.
Yeah, there's male groupies as well.
Yeah. But you see, when you are a role model and you are a good one and you play good music, then it can be used for good things.
Oh, yeah.
New shoes. I can't wait. When we come back, we are going to talk about Ozzy's ultimate sin. Ozzy, now I have to ask a very serious question. Why did you permit that the album that you just came out with has a title, The Ultimate Sin? I